Hello everyone. Today let's look at Nifty India Defence Fund. So those who are targeting defense stocks or defense sector, this is a very good or important sector and important fund that we need to look at. So before we get into details, there was this news this week about India's biggest deal with France. So if you look at the top five deals ever made by India, so of this was the biggest deal that was done last week with France, and it was of 39.7 billion. So this is more than 3 lakh crores of Indian rupees, and this is the biggest deal India has done. And also, if you look, the second biggest deal was done with France in 2016 for 8.7 billion. Then third was with Israel, so that too in this year itself with 8.6 billion. Then Russia at 5.4 billion in 2018, and again with USA in 2024 with 3.5 billion. Now imagine in this year itself, India has done two biggest deals of the largest five deals with uh, France and Israel. So imagine if India is putting so much of money and so much of focus into outside deals, then what will be the focus of uh, government with the Indian producers or the Indian defense sector? So if we look at the Atmanirbhar program, then we have to be self-reliant, and based on that, even Indian companies will be looked at by the government. So this fund becomes an important thing to look at. Okay. So this is a graph from Feb 22 till 7th of Jan 2026. So 7th of Jan, or till you can say start of Feb. So this data you won't get directly. I have taken this data from the NSC website, and then did my like compiled all the data into Excel, and then this graph I have made. So if you see the Nifty India Defence Fund, so it was around 17,000 levels in Feb 2022. Okay, so from there it has risen to 10,000 levels, and at present it is around 8,000 levels. Okay, and it is almost like it has just crossed 200 moving day in April 23. After that, it had one way rally for around 1.5 year. Then it went down. It broke the 200 moving average, and again it has started to go up, and then it is consolidating at the present levels. So at present it's at 200 moving day average line, and so this is just the uh, index how it has done. Let's look at the other parameters also. So if you look at the P, so P went highest at around 75, you can say, in August 24. Then you can see this consolidating over here. At present it's at 50. So the P is very high compared to the other stocks, or the Nifty 50 P also, which is around 22. But here the India Defence Fund's P is at 50. But if you see, it is much better compared to last 1.5 year. So the P is also has gone down, but not at great levels. Okay. Then if we look at the price to book value, it had gone to 20. Now it's around 10. So this is the lowest level PB, we can say, in last 2 years or 3 years, you can say. So based on this, it is a good uh, fund to look at present valuations. Now let's look how the constituents are. So before the constituents, if you see the dividend yield, it is at the lowest of 0.5%, and earlier when it started it was at 2%. Now if we look at the stocks which are there, and this we have plotted based on the market cap. So the biggest players are Bharat Electronics, HAL, Solar Industries, and Masgaon Dock. So of the 10 lakh crores portfolio, more than 60% comes in from these four stocks itself. Okay, so Bharat Electronics and HAL contribute more than 50% of it, and then rest of them contribute. So here there are many aspects to this. First important thing, if we look at why these are commanding so much of PE or high valuations, then it is not just the annual sales, it is the order book which these companies are having. So if we look at HAL, the order books, these numbers may vary, but these are somewhat like, you can say the order book is nearby. So here you can see annual sale of HAL is 30,000 crores, but the order book is 2,70,000. So the order book to sales ratio is 8.9%. The average market cap is 3,17,000. So almost uh, HAL has the order book with around its market cap value. Okay. Then if you look at Bharat Electronics, its annual sale is at 20,000 crores and the order book is of 73,000 crores. So it is 3.6 times of what it is doing annually. Then Mazgaon Dock also is similar case where it has order book of 38,000 crores and annual sale of 11,000. It's around 3.3%, 3.3 times. Bharat Dynamics has order book of 23,000 crores. Its annual sale is at 3,300 crores. So around 7 times of the sales. Solar Industries at 17,000 and annual sale at 7,500. So the ratio goes to 2.3 times. Cochin Shipyard 22,000 crores order book and the annual sale is at 4,500. So it's around 4.5 times. And then the Garden Rich, it's at 20,000 crores order book, annual sale at 5,500, 3.5 times. So this is the main reason why these companies are having such high valuations, because of these order books. Now, this order book, it will not be immediately executed because execution will take time, but we are certain that at least these are order books will be there for next 4 5 years and this will get executed, and that's how money will be generated by these companies. Now if you just look on 6th Feb, all of the stocks were green. Okay, so this may be around 5th or 6th Feb, I don't know exact, but around 5th 6th May Feb, this was the picture when all the stocks were green, when Nifty was also giving good return. But we can look into the stocks, and again, like, let's look into other aspects of this also. So if you see, these are 18 stocks of Indian Defence Fund. Now if we arrange the P, okay, so if we arrange it by the lowest P's, then the first company that comes up is HL. So the constituent of India Defence Fund is 20% is with HL, and it is at the lowest P. Okay. Then the second company is Bharat Electronics, which is around sixth number. So the two biggest contributors of the fund are almost at the lowest valuations compared to the other members. Okay. This is first thing. If we look at the ROCE wise, Bharat Electronics is at second number with 38% ROCE. HAL is also not far behind it. It's at 33.3 ROC. And then if we look at the operating margins, here also HAL and Bharat Electronics are in top 5. So uh, overall, this fund is a very important fund that we can keep it in our watch list. Also, if you look at how this fund is made, so the methodology is basically uh, any company that has 10%, more than 10% of its revenue from defense industry, then that comes into this index. Also, then they arrange with the 6 months average market cap. And the most important thing over here is, I'll just mark this. So it's capped at 20%. Okay. So the stocks are weighted by their free float market cap, but individual weights are capped at 20%. at a time of rebalancing to prevent any single company dominating the index. So, so this is a good thing. Like there is not one company that will dominate completely this index. And if you see, the index is reviewed and rebalanced semi-annually, typically in March and September. So at present, even if you see this, uh, based on market cap, Bharat Electronics and HAL are the biggest contributors, but they will be capped at 20%. Okay, so I think this is a good overall if you want to uh, play Indian defense stocks or Indian defense sector, then this can be a good thing, and you can keep it in your watch list and try to find some opportunities in this sector and in these stocks. Hope you like this video. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.